have bread over every egg.
Well, hey guys, welcome back to another video. And today we'll be talking about the 5 things that you should be considering when using Clara. And for a lot of people already know how to use her and how to build her, but even though that's true, the game only been out for like a month and a half so far. So I figured since I have Clara and I have a great idea how to use her, why not make a video for the people that doesn't know how to use Clara. And if they don't have Clara, they will have an idea how Clara works. So before the video starts, each topic will go over about her team comps, how to use her relics, light code, and where she shines at and where she's bad at. So with all that said, let's jump into it right now. So as everybody knows, Clara doesn't actually attack, but more actually, she has this robot bodyguard named Spark that protects her whenever an enemy tries to attack her. With her obvious basic attack, which basically is just a skill point generator, but where she shined at, as in her talent and her ultimate too, which really makes her a great unit. Her talent, because we're family, is a talent that lets every time Clara gets hit, Spark will unleash a counter that's equivalent to Clara's attack. That and paired with Clara's other talents that increase the aggro chance, which turns Clara into this bruiser type unit that does counters and can support her team by soaking up a bunch of damage, which she can do easily with help from March 7th. But we'll get to more about her teams later. But so ideally you just want to use her as a way to sponge damage to your squishier units can survive longer. Or unless a big AoE attack hits, but realistically, they should be able to live. But so yeah, that and also paired with Clara's ult, even if she doesn't get hit, Spark will attack if an ally gets hit for 2 turns. And also it does AoE damage too, so that is a big plus for the ultimate of Clara, which is honestly pretty nice because it can really avoid some RNG, because even though you have high aggro on you, you're not guaranteed. So that's a very nice thing. So by default, you would want Clara to get hit, so the big angry robot will attack and give these monsters hell. Because there's nothing more dangerous than an angry father robot that can kill you in less than 2 seconds, launch legit missiles and projectiles at your face. So that's a really big upside, because that's a big advantage she has for being a standard character. She can act like a defensive unit but also doing a lot of respectable damage.
I want to protect everyone too!
So you might ask, what the hell I'm talking about relic problem, because and there's a great set for her that's good for all physical type units? And that I said yes, there is. The boxing set is a fantastic set for her, and it is her best in slot because it gives you that physical damage and a lot of attack when you attack and when you get hit, and Clara can easily stack it up. So what's the problem? Well, the problem is the fuel efficiency, or aka the trailblaze efficiency of spending it on that domain, because of the other artifact set that paired with the boxing set, and that is the Thieves of Meteor set. So I'm probably butchering it, but the Meteor set. And what it gives is more energy and more damage to your break, which is good, but to be honest, there's only a few characters that good on, and that's it. After C4 Sushang, and there probably other like Sampo as well, but realistically they have alternative better sets, like for the harmony characters just use the attack set or the wind set. But it's not really a bad set, but also it's a set that you will get passively when you fight bosses, well not bosses, the weekly bosses, so you have to keep that in mind. But if you find we're getting more pieces of it, then yeah, good, but you have to be considering that, because when I was trying to farm for Clara, I tried to min-max out, but realistically I couldn't. It wasn't that efficient for me, so I had to farm the genuine set, the thundering set, and the preservation one, because it's more efficient. So, but if you want to farm it, then it's not a bad idea, but you have to be mindful that the other set isn't really the best for now, so you have to keep that in mind. But yeah, let's move on. So why is the Lycones in the 5 reasons to consider? Well, because there's a lot of Lycones that you can get for free from wishing and all that stuff. You have the one from the Herta shop, which you can get to Super Imposition 5 when you complete in the Simulated Universe, which is a big deal because if you're not lucky enough to get the other ones, this is a very good option if you can't get any of the other ones I'm about to talk about, except for the other free one. But let's use the Herta one. Unless you want the Hunt Lycone more than the Instruction one, then you can go with the free one. It's not a bad option either. And obviously you have her Lycone, but it's very hard to get if you're a free-to-play player, or lucky enough if you pull it. But it's her best one, but if you have it, use it, obviously. And now we have the 4-star ones, which you can get from Wishing, and it's a Secret Vow, which is a insane Lycone you can get, and if you get refinements on it, it's actually very good at Super Imposition 5 because that 20% will turn to 40% to damage bonus, which is actually nice. And the last one is Under the Blue Sky, which is honestly can be either an insane Lycone to get or kind of whatever, because if it, in multi-target where Clara shines at, it's actually insane. That crit rate boost is very nice, but in single target it's good, but the other Lycone is better. So you have to consider these situations when you have Clara. If any of those Lycones I say then that you have, then your Clara will be chillin' for real.
Target threat index lowered.
So for one of the teams, obviously you have to put March 7th with Clara. It's just a perfect combo to guarantee Clara to get all the hits to soak up all the damage and do more damage to the counter. So you have to put March 7th on your team because they are a match made in heaven. And then you can add a healer of any choice depending on how far you're in the game. And any Harmony character that not Asta will work just fine because just a buff of your damage, because Asta gives speed and you don't really want speed on Clara. And any Nihility unit that can decrease defense, so like Silver Wolf, Pela, and all that stuff. But there are some characters that you want to keep away from because they have negative synergy, like some high value supports like Gepard. You don't really want to have Clara and Gepard in the same team because Gepard does naturally have a lot of high aggro and she will take away the counter from Pela. Bronya, because as I said with some Asa, you don't really want to be boosting up Clara and giving her extra turns. And with other characters, and also you can pair she up with any Hunt or Erudition unit because it can help with more damage for Clara for your teams. So as most of you already know, Clara is very good in AoE's type of situation because the more enemies there are, the more enemies that will hit she and the more enemies will get countered by Sparrog. So ideally her best scenarios are in AoE situation. She can fall off a bit in single target scenarios, but if you did pair she with another damage dealer like a Hunt unit, she would be fine. But generally if you're using Clara, you use Clara as a carry. You have to be mindful because Clara is a good unit for generating skill points because normally you would just be using her basics and letting your other teams use their skills. So it's not a big deal if you add another damage dealer on your team. So don't worry about just making Clara the only carry on your team.
Target threat index lowered.
So we're at the end now, and what I have to say is, if you have her, you should use her. Because she's generally a great unit to have. She's the best destruction character for now, until Blaze comes out, but we don't know how strong he is yet, because I don't do leaks. But if you have her, use her, because she offers a completely different playstyle from other units from having counters. Until they add more counters, she'll be the only unit that actually uses counters, and I think that's pretty cool. So, final thoughts? Use her. She's great. I love her. She's one of my favorite characters. She's the one that made me start playing the game. Fun fact. But anyways, I think that's enough for today. The cool thing about this video is that this video is going to be going up on Father's Day. So that's pretty cool and pretty poetic for this type of video about Clara. So as always, let me know what I should do next, because I'm always open to suggestions, and if you like it, like, dislike it, whatever. Be safe, everybody, and this was me, talking about the 5 things to consider with Clara, and that's it. Goodbye!